Hi, my name is Kathleen and welcome back to Play and Learn. I'd like to say Dia Duit and Falcha. That means hello, Dia Duit, and welcome, Falcha. I'm glad you came to see me today because I have a lot of cool things to share with you. First, we're going to be reading a book called The Puffling and the Egg, and then I'll show you how to make a hatching puffin of your very own. First, let's jump into the story. Are you ready? The sun was shining over Gaeilge, and it was a very windy day. A puffling popped her head out of her burrow. "What's this?" she cried. "You must be lost, little egg. Don't worry, I'll help you get back to your nest." Just then, a gust of wind blew and the egg went rolling down the hill. "Oh no," cried the puffling. The puffling spied the egg in the cormorant's nest. "I only had 3 eggs," the cormorant said, "and now I've got 4. Isn't it marvelous?" "That's not your egg," the puffling said. "It's lost, and I must get it back to its nest." "Oh dear," the cormorant replied. "Then tie this bit of seaweed around it. Maybe that will help." The puffling pulled and pulled the egg up the hill. But then the wind blew, and the seaweed got out of her wings. "Oh no," cried the puffling. She spotted the egg in a rabbit's burrow. "My baby bunnies just love their new toy," the rabbit told her. "That's not a toy," said the puffling. "It's an egg, and I must get it back to its nest." "Oh my goodness," said the rabbit. "Then maybe this bit of fluff will help to keep it warm in the meantime." The puffling pulled and pulled the egg along the path. Then another gust of wind blew, and the egg went tumbling down. "Oh no," cried the puffling. She found the egg outside a storm petrel's home. "It's so windy today," the storm petrel said, "but this excellent wind blocker is keeping out the breeze." "That's not a wind blocker," the puffling said. "It's an egg, and I must get it back to its nest." "Oh my," said the storm petrel. "Then take that path over the grass so it doesn't get caught on the sharp stones." The puffling pulled and pulled the egg over the grass. Suddenly the wind blew, and the egg went rolling into the sea. "Oh no," cried the puffling. Underwater, she saw the egg dangling on a sunfish's fin. "Look at my fin decoration," the sunfish said. "It makes me look ever so fancy." "That's not a fin decoration," the puffling said. "It's an egg, and I must get it back to its nest." "Golly," said the sunfish, "then you should catch it quickly before it floats away." The puffling dived into the sea. Out of nowhere came a strong current, and the egg went swirling through the water. "Oh no," cried the puffling. She spotted the egg in an octopus's tentacles. "This is my new favorite stone," the octopus said. "It's so smooth and round, I might keep it forever." "That's not a stone," said the puffling. "It's an egg, and I must get it back to its nest." "Oh dear," said the octopus. "Then I'll wrap it up tightly with neat, tidy bows." The puffling swam and swam, pulling the egg. Then a big wave came along. She was tossed and turned, and the egg disappeared. "Oh no," cried the puffling. She finally found it on a porpoise's tail. "This ball is just great," the porpoise said to his friends. "We can play with it all day." "That's not a ball," said the puffling. "It's an egg, and I must get it back to its nest." "Oh goodness," said the porpoise. "Then I'll bat it back to shore, but you'll have to go fetch it. Be quick." The puffling picked up the egg on the shore. Then she dragged, and she hauled, and she pushed, and she pulled, until finally the egg reached the top of the hill. 2 puffin neighbors were worried. Their burrows were empty, and they couldn't find their egg anywhere. "I found an egg," the puffling called out. It rolled down the hill and over the path. It slipped down the grass and into the sea. It swirled in the waves and bounced back to the shore. And now it's back here, where it's meant to be. "Oh, thank you, puffling," the puffin said. Just then the egg cracked, and cracked, and cracked, and out popped a little round head with fluffy black feathers. "Oh, you're a puffling," the puffling said, "just like me." Night was falling on Gaeilge, and 2 pufflings sat safe and warm in their beds. The big puffling peeked her head out of the burrow. "I hope tomorrow is a very windy day. Then we can have another adventure." Now that we learned all about the puffling and his egg, let's make a hatching puffling of our very own. Are you ready? Let's get into the craft. hope you enjoyed the craft. If you did make a puffling of your own, I would love to see a picture of it. You can have a grown-up help share it with me on social media or email it to info@irishchicago.org. Before you go, I want to teach you one more word from the Irish language. It's of. That means egg. Can you say it with me? Great job. Do you remember the words we learned at the beginning of the episode? Do you remember how to say hello? Dia, do it. Very good. And how about welcome? Fáilte. Great job. Now it's time for me to say slán. That means goodbye in Irish. Slán. See you next time.